Hello everyone, I am Gad and I am here to help you learn Chinese because if anyone can learn Chinese, you can too. And why can I teach you Chinese? Well, I studied at university, I studied Chinese languages and cultures. Then I moved to Taiwan where I lived for almost 13 years and I've also lived in China for almost 4 years. And I want to share my knowledge and experience to help you with your Chinese studies so you can become good at Mandarin Chinese as well. Currently, I'm working on a book that is designed to help you with your Chinese studies. And it's for people who are only just starting out learning Chinese or who already know some Chinese, and this will greatly improve your Chinese. It's going to be downloadable from my website, which is also under construction. And once that is finished, I will let you know and I will give you the link as well so you can download that book. But for now, please watch my videos to help you with your Chinese. And please subscribe for more useful content. So perhaps you are just starting out learning Mandarin Chinese. Very good. You've chosen a very good language to learn, which will broaden your horizon and give you also more career opportunities. Or maybe you already know some Chinese and you might have noticed that Chinese has a little thing called tones, which are actually super important in Chinese. Because if your tones suck, your Chinese sucks. Because you can learn all the grammar in the world and all the vocabulary in the world. But if your tones are bad, people will not understand you. And that can lead to some very funny situations, some embarrassing situations, but also, especially if you're in a business deal and you have to speak Chinese, to some disastrous consequences. But don't worry, in this video, I will help you master the tones. And by the end of this video, you'll be able to make yourself more understandable. But as with everything, follow my advice, but also keep practicing at home. So how should you practice? Well, you can do it in front of a mirror. You can record yourself. You can even, if you have a Chinese friend, you can say the tones to him or her, and they will let you know if it's the wrong tone or if your pronunciation is a little bit off. But not everyone has somebody they can practice with. So also in the future, when the website is up and running, you can also send your videos to me and I can help you with your pronunciation. I can help you correct your pronunciation. So when you are practicing, you sometimes have to overdo it. You have to over pronunciate because after all, we're just practicing. But if you are using your Chinese in a conversation, you have to tone it down a bit, pun intended. By the end of this video, you will be able to pronounce Mandarin Chinese as it should be pronounced. Let's begin. First, Mandarin Chinese has 4 tones and a neutral tone. Neutral just means that it has no tone. Let's start with the neutral tone. That's the easiest one. It's just, if I take the M-A, ma, you would just say ma. That happens if it's the last character, the last pronunciation in a word. Sometimes it will become toneless. They do it more in China than in Taiwan. In Taiwan, usually all characters, usually the tones of all characters are pronounced, but in China, sometimes they leave out the tone. That's also a bit of a cultural or a linguistic difference. Let's start with the 4 tones then. Let's leave the neutral tone aside now. Let's take the ma again. The first tone is flat. Ma. So you can repeat after me. Ma. One more time. Ma. Okay, the next one. That's the second tone. And the second tone sounds a bit like in English or in German or any Western language if you're asking a question like, me? John? Like this, like your voice will go up a bit. Let's give it a go. Second tone. Ma. One more time, you can repeat after me. Ma. And one more time for good measure. Ma. Like I'm overpronouncing it, even rolling my eyes a bit, like ma. Anything that can help you master the tone. But again, in a conversation, like leave out this, like with your eyes and everything, it will just look weird. So now the third tone. Okay? The third tone starts high, then it goes down, then it goes up again, like you're riding your bicycle or you're walking through a valley. Ma, ma. Okay, one more time, you can repeat after me. Ma. See, I'm using my finger. Sometimes it's a tool that can help you remember the tones. Just don't let it become a habit that every time you speak Chinese, you're waving your finger around. It's you're like you're a director at an orchestra or something. And one more time, ma, ma. I'm overpronouncing it. When people actually speak Chinese in a conversation, it's not that overly pronounced. But there is a difference between the second tone and the third tone, and we will get to that later. And now the last one, the fourth tone, which starts high and it goes down. Ma, ma. One more time, you can repeat after me. Ma, ma. Let's do them all in a row. Ma, 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 ma. And these are the four tones. Let's do it with another word, like bu, for instance. Let's do all the four tones with bu. I will pause in between so you can repeat after me. Bu, 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 bu. And let's do a third one, the last one. Kan, 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 kan. And the great thing about YouTube is that you can pause at any time, you can rewind, listen to it again, and practice over and over and over, as you should. Keep practicing. Now, mastering these four tones is pretty, I wouldn't say easy, but it can be done fairly quickly. If you practice every day, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day, you will have that pronunciation down in no time. But the key is mastering the combinations. How to say the tones together, because some words are 2 characters long, or 3, or 4 characters. It's not always just one character. There are a few pronunciations that Western speakers often struggle with. I hear it all the time. Even people that claim to speak perfect Chinese on YouTube make those mistakes. Trust me, after having studied Chinese for so long and having lived in Chinese-speaking countries, my ears are pretty sensitive to that. But I can help you avoid those mistakes. Now, what am I talking about? Well, the first one is if a third tone goes into a second tone. Let me show you with some examples. So, an example of this is the name of a person. It was in my textbooks when I was studying Chinese. There was a character called Little Wang, and in Chinese that is Xiao Wang. Xiao Wang. Xiao is third tone, Wang is second tone. So don't say Xiao Wang or Xiao Wang or something like that. It's Xiao Wang. So your third tone flows into a second tone. It's all about flowing, like doing Tai Chi with words, right? And the next one is 50 cents. In China, the word for 10 cents is Mao. Mao, second tone. And 5 is Wu. So 5 10 cents are 50 cents. And sometimes that also has a different meaning, but for this video, no other meaning other than 50 cents when you are having a financial exchange at a shop or anywhere. So, 五毛, 五毛. So not 五毛, as I hear lots of times in videos. It's 五毛, 五毛. Okay. Then there is the second tone to a third tone. Also can be problematic, but if you follow my advice, it won't be for you. The word for beer in Chinese. 啤酒, 啤酒. So 啤酒 and a 啤酒 or any variation of that. It's 啤酒, 啤酒, 啤酒. Then we have sooner or later. 迟 late, 早 early, 迟早 吃早. So don't mind the retroflexes at the beginning, the 吃 and the 知 and the 诗. That's for another video. Now we just focus on the tones. So one more time, so you can repeat after me. 吃早, 吃早. Okay. And the word for confused, 迷惘, 迷惘, 迷惘. One more time, so you can repeat. 迷惘. Of course, there are a lot more second to third tone combinations. These are just some examples. But now that you know how to pronounce them, and now that you know they have to flow from one tone to the other, you can practice with that. So that is another tool in your toolbox. Another thing, another combination you have to be aware of is 2 fourth tones right after one another. Then the first fourth tone becomes a second tone, and it's usually with 不, meaning no or not. 不要, not want or not have to. But actually, that's not the pronunciation. If you say those characters individually, yes, but together, they mean I don't want it. So you say 不要, 不要. One more time, so you can repeat after me. 不要. Or you don't need to. 不用. And again, it's not pronounced like that. You say 不用. 不用. And do I need to take a towel? 不用. So you don't have to. There's no need to. One more time, so you can repeat after me. 不用. Okay. Another one, when somebody says, and you say it's incorrect, that's not right. 不对. 对 is right, 不 is not. Again, that's not how you pronounce it. It should be 不对. 不对. One more time, so you can repeat after me. 不对. Okay. And then the last one I want to practice with you is not enough. 不够. Go is enough, and 不 is not. So not enough, 不够. Don't say it like that. Here's how you say it. 不够. 不够. One more time, so you can repeat after me. 不够. And the last thing that is very important that you have to know, might be the most important, save the most important one for last, that is 2 third tones right after each other. So the first third tone becomes a second tone. I mentioned that before, and now we're going to practice it. So the word for possible, yes, you may, you can, is 可以. It's 可 and 以, but actually together it's 可以, because the becomes a second tone. So 可以. Then the word for hello or you good, 你 好. But you don't say 你好 when you greet people. You say 你好. So the 你 becomes the second tone. 你好. Okay. Or very good. 很 means very. 好 good. So 很好. 很好. So the first, the 很 becomes the second tone. Then the last one to practice with is an idea that someone has. 想 is to think. 法 is a way. So 想法 is a way of thinking, an idea. But you don't say 想法. Here's how you say it. 想法想法想法. Thank you for watching this video till the end. We've covered the Chinese tones, how to properly pronounce them, and things you have to watch out for that are special to Mandarin Chinese. Now you have the knowledge, put it to use. See you in the next video.